In this video, I'll show you how to set the clock on your Pioneer SPH-10BT. So there's a little bit of a problem here. My clock on my in-dash receiver says it's 10:40 p.m., but if I look up here on the phone, I can see that it's 1:41 p.m. So how do I set the two clocks so they're the same? It's really easy. Just start the app and connect it to the in-dash receiver. So I'm going to touch the telephone button to check my device list here. The Pixel 2 is connected by Bluetooth. That's that phone. So I'm just going to press and hold the phone button for a couple of seconds. That starts the app, and we get the link, and we'll say OK here. And you can see now the phone says it is Tuesday, April 9th at 1:42 p.m. and the clock on the receiver says 1:42 p.m. as well. Now, there's another way that I can do this manually. You can see I have no link to the app right here. The clock says it's 1:43 p.m. I'm just going to touch my source button here to switch on a source. I've chosen the AM/FM radio. That's fine. Now, to get into the system menu, let's press and hold the home button for a couple of seconds. That'll get us into the menu, and we're going to use the arrow to the right until we find System. When we find System, press Enter, and let's roll along here until we find Clock. Here's Clock, and we'll press Enter. So when we start off, it's our mode, 12-hour or 24-hour. We can choose that by touching the arrow to the right. It can be 1344 or it can be 144. I like to have a 12-hour clock in my vehicle. When you're done setting that, press in on the volume control. That takes you over to the hours. We'll make it 4:44, touch it one more time, and that takes you to the minutes, and we'll make it 4:55 p.m. When you're done making your changes, you can press the arrow back button to escape. I'll press and hold the source button for a couple of seconds to switch the source off, and there's our clock displayed. If you want to make that display go away, there's a couple of ways to do that. Let's press in on the home button here and hold for a couple of seconds. We want to go back to the System menu. And let's roll along here until we find Display Off. Display Off is set to No right now. If we want to change it to Display Off Yes, we can just touch the home button to do that and then touch the arrow back to escape. And you can see the display has turned itself off. To bring the display back, just touch the source button. After a few seconds, the display will again switch off. Now let's switch the display back on. So I'm going to press and hold the home button for a couple of seconds here. That gets me back into the menu system. We want System, and we want Display Off. We'll agree no, we don't want the display to turn off, and we can use the arrow button to go back. And now the display will remain on.